Welcome back to our geometry class. This time we'll talk about triangle angle sum theorem. But before that, let's recall a few things about triangles. As we know, triangles are geometric figures that consist of 3 sides and 3 angles, right? Now, during this lesson, we'll find the sum of the angles of a triangle, yeah, and use this theorem, triangle angle sum theorem, to find missing angles. Now, interior angles. What is an interior angle of a triangle? An interior angle, as the name suggests, is an angle formed inside of the triangle, right? At the vertex formed by 2 adjacent sides. For example, this angle is an interior one. Why? Because it's formed by 2 adjacent sides, right? And at their vertex, yeah? Now, how many interior angles are in a triangle? It's obvious. We have 3 interior angles, yeah? Good. Next. What does triangle angle sum theorem state? The sum of the 3 interior angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. Yeah? In other words, measure of angle A plus measure of angle B plus measure of angle C equals 180 degrees. It's simple, right? Now, for example, in this problem, it says find measure of angle Z. Angle Z is one of the interior angles. The other 2 angles, as we can see, are given. Yeah? Angle X is 48 degrees. Angle Y equals 67. Yeah? Now, how we find the missing angle Z? We use the triangle angle sum theorem. We know measure of angle X plus measure of angle Z plus measure of angle Y equals 180. Yeah? Now, but measure of angle X equals 48. Measure of angle A equals 67. And measure of angle Z is unknown. We can denote either by measure of angle Z or by X. And we solve for the unknown. First, we add the given angles. So 48 plus 67 equals 115 plus measure of angle Z equals 180. And then to find the measure of angle Z, we simply subtract 180 and 115 and we get 65. Yeah, it's simple. Now, another example, another thing. So, we have so-called third angle conjecture. What does this conjecture state? If 2 angles of one triangle, yes, are equal in measure to 2 angles of another triangle, then the remaining angles, the third angles, are automatically congruent. Yeah? For example, we have these 2 triangles. They are the same. Yeah? Now, 2 of the angles are given, 70 and 30. Yeah? Now, to find angle A, yeah, we simply add these 2 given angles and we subtract from 180. Now, 70 plus 30 equals 100. Now we subtract this number from 180. 180 minus 100 would be 80. 80 degrees. Now, because the two given angles of one triangle are equal in measure to the other two angles of the other triangles, automatically the third angles are the same. So we conclude angle B is equal to 80 degrees, according to this conjecture. Now, second example. These two given angles are 70 and 50. Yeah? And the other two angles of the second triangles are the same, 70 and 50. Yeah? Now, so how you find angle C? By adding the given angles, 70 and 50, and subtract from 180. So 70 plus 50 equals 120. 180 minus 120 equals 60. Yeah? So according to this conjecture, automatically angle D would be 60. For the third case is the same. Now, this time these two angles are given, yeah, and these two angles are equal to the other two angles in the second triangle, right? So how we find the missing angles? We add the given angles. 100 plus 45 equals 145, and then we subtract from 180 to find this angle. Let's say E, yeah. So 180 minus 145 equals 35. Yeah? So, according to this conjecture, automatically angle L would be 35 degrees. Good. Now, let's have other examples with triangle angle sum theorem. For example, find the measure of each angle indicated. On number one, that's the angle we look for. Let's say is question mark, but we can put an X. Yeah, it's simple, right? All of these angles are interior angles. We know the sum of the interior angles of a triangle equals 180. Yeah? So we add all these angles and make them equal 180. So 65 plus 57 plus x equals 180. And we simply solve for x. First, we add the given angles. 65 plus 57 would be 122, right? 122 plus x equals 180. And then to find x, we subtract 122 from 180. Yeah? And we get x equals 58 degrees. Good. On number two, we need this angle, right? Let's say x. Now, this angle is a right angle. Remember, a right angle has 90 degrees. Yeah. Again, we apply the same formula, the same theorem, to find the missing angle. So we write 40 plus 90 plus x equals 180. Yeah? Then we add 40 and 90. We simplify the left side. Would be 130 plus x equals 180 degrees. Then, to solve for x, we subtract 130 on both sides. So minus 130, minus 130. Yeah? These two cancel out. We bring down x, and then 180 minus 130 equals 50. Yeah? That's the measure of the missing angle. Another problem is this one. So this time we need this angle, right? We apply the same theorem. So we write 20 plus 130 plus x equals 180. Then we add 20 and 130, we get 150 plus x equals 180. And then we subtract 180 and 150, yeah, and we get the angle. So x would be 180 minus 150, which is 30 degrees. Yeah, so x equals 30 degrees. For last one, we do the same, yeah? We denote the missing angle by x, and we set up the equation. So we're going to have x plus, I think it's 55, probably 55 plus 50 equals 180. We do the same, so we add the given numbers, but we bring down x, plus is 105 equals 180. And then we subtract 105 on both sides, and we get x equals 75 degrees. Okay? And the last one. Here, I don't know if you see, but we'll let's see. Good. Probably you see better. Now, solve for x, then find each angle measure, right? So, all of these angles are interior, right? So, we apply the triangle angle sum theorem. So, we know the sum of all these angles equals 180. So we simply write the equation. So let's start with the least one. So 5x minus 2, yeah, plus 9x plus 3 plus 11x minus 21 equals 180, because their sum equals 180. Then we solve for x, but not before combining like terms. So we have 3x terms, yeah? We combine them. How? We keep the variable and, in this case, add coefficients. So 5 plus 9 equals 14, plus 11 equals 25, yeah? And we write 25x. Good. Now we take care of constants. Would be negative 2 plus 3 equals 1, minus 21 equals negative 20, equals 180. And then we solve for x. First, we get rid of 20 by adding 20 on both sides. So we bring down 25x. These two cancel, equals 180 plus 20 equals 200. And then we simply divide by 25 to get x, both sides. So we get x equals 8. Yeah? X equals 8. So we found X. What's next? To find angle D, we simply plug it in here, right? So we replace X with the value of 8 and do the math. So 5 times 8 equals 40 minus 2 equals 38. So angle D equals 38 degrees. Now, angle E. Again, we plug in here. Yeah? So 9 times 8 equals 72 plus 3 equals 75. And finally, the last one, we plug in here. Yeah? So you're going to have 11 times 8 is 88 minus 21, yeah? Which is 67. Yeah? Degrees. So that's it for today. We'll see next time with another lesson. Thank you for watching my video.